Anti-vaccine truckers are now blocking 3 border crossings between the U.S. and Canada. Now the Biden administration is putting new pressure on Canada to end the protests. Chris Van Cleve is in Detroit near the blocked Ambassador Bridge, which carries about 25% of all trade between the U.S. and Canada. Chris, good morning.
Well, good morning. That works out to around $390 million in goods a day, most of that moved by big rigs. Now, the economic fallout has hit at least 5 of the world's biggest automakers with production disruptions, and one estimate put lost wages just for Michigan residents just this week at more than $51 million. This morning marks the 5th day of the nation's most lucrative trade route remaining closed as Canadian protesters blockade the Ambassador Bridge. It's forcing truckers to drive to a different, smaller border crossing about 2 hours outside of Detroit.
It doesn't take a lot to shut the bridge down.
Bruce Heyman is the former U.S. ambassador to Canada.
This moves from a legitimate, I think, protest over a vaccine mandate to now putting the economy and lives at risk.
It's a very impactful thing. I hope that we resolve quickly.
Brian Hitchcock owns a trucking company outside Lansing.
No, sir.
He's parked trailers that would normally make daily runs between Detroit and Canada. It's 40% of his business, which he says was already struggling in part due to vaccine mandates.
What does that mean for your bottom line?
The mandate was affecting it anyways because we were having a shortage of drivers that were vaccinated. So we were falling behind every week. So this just magnified it.
As the economic fallout grows, pressure is mounting on Canadian leaders.
I have been on the horn with our Canadian ambassador, with the White House. I am imploring them to get this resolved.
The so-called Freedom Convoy also continues to clog the streets of Canada's capital, Ottawa. And the protests have now spread globally, from a blockade outside the New Zealand Parliament to a trucker convoy making its way across France. In the U.S., the Department of Homeland Security is now surging staff to their incident command post in Los Angeles following a warning about a possible trucker protest during Super Bowl Sunday. Now, Canadian leaders from Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister, down have started to call these blockades illegal actions. The community of Windsor, just across the river here, they're seeking an injunction to force the blockade protesters to move and clear the bridge. We also know that Canadian police, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police and provincial police are massing reinforcements if they're needed. Vlad?
All right, Chris Van Cleve, thank you very much.